Alright everyone, welcome to the very first game of Mordheim Madness Season 2 with Klajd against Dig in the very first group. That's Group A. We have Walk in the Fog for both of the players and Words Don't Rush here for Klajd, and that's gonna be really important. It seems like he should be able to get that with ease here, and he has played 2 games so far. He has had 2 wins, but he hasn't gotten a secondary objective each, and in Mordheim Madness Season 2 getting the objective means a whole lot, since if you win a game you get 1 point, and if you get a secondary objective you get another point. So that's really all that matters. Gonna take a pause here through the deployment stage. It's always difficult having the starting position here that Klajd has, because it's difficult to get up to the very top here of the map, since you are at a low position at the start. And that's what is indeed what Dig announces here. I am at the top. Yeah, although it's not really bad deployment in this fashion. Like, yes, it's very difficult to get up on the right side where people tend to lean towards, and Klajd is also leaning towards that side. But and the player who is always at the top, they usually go down at that side as well, protecting. But if you've seen any other games on this particular map in PvP, for example Minia against Quist in Mordheim Madness Season 1, you saw that Minia did the most sensible thing of all. He went up in the top left corner, and that's really where you want to end up, because people rarely defend that spot. It's a much safer way to get where you want to go. Gonna jump ahead here on Dig's units, since we're unlikely to see them moving close towards the edge. We'll have to excuse the yellow numbers in the top right corner of the screen. That is from Klajd's computer. He might be streaming at the same time or recording at the same time or doing something at the same time at the very least. One of the nice things about this format is that these warbands are locked. You can see them in a YouTube series here revealing all of the warbands. So the only thing you can change out is the equipment of these units and trying to surprise your opponent that way. So you do know what you are facing. You can also take a look at the top left corner of the screen here. We see the morale being slightly higher for Klajd, but not going to make too much of a difference between these two Skaven warbands. It's going to be a bloody affair, no doubt. Gonna have to lose quite a few units here before they take a round test. Particularly since they're both moving really far away from their own wagons, so they're not even gonna lose the idol here for another morale loss. Probably the wisest choice here for Klajd would be to draw the game out and pick up all of the Wardstone, move back to his wagon with it, to have it safe and secure so he has at least 1 point no matter what happens in this game. But he hasn't picked up a single Wardstone yet so far. Yeah, he's trying to speed towards the jump up points here without leaving himself in a position where he can be shot, which he could be from here. So that's why he's going to move back a little bit. Playing it very safe as he can.
The round has started.
The Shrouding Mist here of both players is not going to do absolutely, well, nothing, since it only affects non-Skaven units. So if you're relying on the Shrouding Mist to actually hit your targets, you're going to be disappointed when coming up against Skaven. And there are a lot of Skaven warbands in this tournament. 5 out of the 14 warbands selected for this very, very tough tournament. And it's tough in that you have fierce competition from really good warbands all the way around, but also that as the tournament progresses, we're not going to lose too many players as we go along. So you're going to learn a lot about how the other player plays their warband, not just having the information of what the warband is. All of the heroes here coming up at 67 initiative, they can easily be boosted up to a lot higher than that. If they pick down Klajd and so forth, they could get up to 107, making Klajd's warband a little bit unpredictable in regards to initiative. See, one of the units here for Dig. Wow, he might be. Is he able to hit the leader here? Why is he using numbing poison? Yeah, he is. And he lands that, so that's -4 blue pills for the leader here of Klajd. Going to take a bit of damage here to start with. Oh, that's good for Klajd. So the first damage is being dealt. Let's see if he actually manages to have a pinning shot here as well. And he could almost lock this unit into position. Take a bit of damage on that Night Runner to move away from the edge. So many of Klajd's units have not even gotten into position yet, and that's a nice opening salvo. Gonna see if Dig can actually reinforce that with more attacks coming in against that poorly positioned order leader. If he has something with Warlock pistols or similar, anything else that can shoot and can go into the same position as a Night Runner, he can do a lot of damage on that Sorcerer leader. The Sorcerer leader can of course be healed up by, for example, these guys. Which is why it's so imperative here to provide the kills whenever possible. Not all of the warbands here can heal up. Skavens definitely can, making them a warband that you want to go all out on right from the start, trading characters rather than doing a little bit of damage, which they heal up and you cannot do. And it's the same thing with Sisters of Sigmar or the Witch Hunters. Witch Hunters through their Warrior Priests, which both of the Witch Hunter players do have. And of course the single Sisters of Sigmar player we have, Chris Cardiac, can do that with all of his spellcasters. It is surprising that Klajd is electing not to pick up any of the wardstones here. It's pretty easy objective to get, and he has them relatively close by, but he seems to be wanting to trade that for getting a better combat position by getting up there, because if he starts picking up the wardstone in the center, he's going to be having a tough time getting up. Yeah, he might not find any unit here going to move down here. Why would he? Dig wants to keep his advantage going. See a Globadier coming in, and yeah, it could be pretty bloody this. Let's see what the Sorcerer Leader, if he's gonna die from this or not. Might there even be a third shooter? Then he could be gone. Another one coming in here with shurikens, and he don't do too much damage. I doubt that they have perforation runes on them. $20 seconds left. 15. It's all about using the time efficiently. Remember, this is 60-second turns. Feeling a little bit stressed now, trying to crank out the damage here as soon as possible. Now, if there is another shooter, same on the Sorcerer might be going down here. Would be an instant big advantage to Dig if he can manage to pull it off. We'll see if he has another unit. Probably opting with 2 Globadiers here, so we will see. If not, all of this damage will have been probably wasted, as the 2 Globadiers is gonna heal up the Sorcerer Leader. And he's gonna move into safety as soon as it is his turn. No units showing up right now. I'm gonna wait a little bit more, see if there's someone coming in. A Sorcerer Leader of Klajd is really important. He's not an order leader, but he is a debuffer, and he can crank out some damage himself if he wants to. Missed out on time there as well. It's so interesting. Is there another hero coming in? Oh, there is a Verminkin. Verminkin with Adrenaline Rush. He will get 3 shots off, but I'm not sure that's gonna be enough. So a knee shot coming in, says minus 15 initiative. Well, that's interesting. Maybe that can mean something here. Maybe that means that Night Runner can actually get a second chance of shooting at this sorcerer. But he probably would have been able to kill him if he just used Adrenaline Rush there, to be honest. Like, how many wounds does he have left? 32. He's doing around 30 damage. Yeah, you see, the Night Runner is going to be ahead of him, so Klajd is going to lose his sorcerer leader here. Most likely. Might even lose it in this turn. Yep, he is. That's a big lead for Dig, taking a 1-0 lead here, and it's the leader, no less. Showing the importance here of utilizing cover and to focus fire whenever possible. Because Klajd's Warband is perfectly suitable to healing up whatever damage he does take. It's gonna trigger Klajd. He needs to do something about this. Yeah, it's kind of a waste here, because why would Dig give up his advantageous position? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would he jump down there and expose himself? He has a lead, he has a strong position. Of course he wants to keep that. If Klajd thinks that he's gonna jump down here, he's probably fooling himself. I don't think Dig would do that. Yeah, he's gonna be very cautious here. Waiting it out, but I mean, yeah, I understand it's tricky here for Klajd. Like, he can't just charge up the walls either. That's gonna cement this defeat. Oh wait, maybe he's trying to get up here and at least tie some units down. But he should just go for the Wordstone. I mean, honestly, even if he loses this game, it's just 1 point to Dig, but he can get another point himself just by getting the Wordstone. See, these warp guards are only there to tank, more or less. They do not have any kind of stance, but they have a lot of armor, a lot of wounds, not much in the way of melee resistance. You see that they don't do much damage, but they can switch them up, doing with Black Hunger and halberds, and make them produce a little bit more damage just when he needs them to. A problem for Klajd, I think, is that if he wants to switch, he's using spears right now, just plus 10 initiative from that, and if he switches, he gets minus 5 from the halberd. There's a 15 difference. That means that all of Dig's henchmen here will go twice in a row if he manages to switch. Yeah, he probably didn't think that he could be shot at from that position, so that was a good use by Dig indeed.
Round has started.
So we're entering into the third round here. Skipped past a few of Dig's warp guards, putting themselves probably in ambush by the edge here. Just now we probably have the Night Runner patrolling the edge, looking to see can he shoot at something. And if he cannot, he's probably going into that delay here, hoping that Klajd inches closer. It's a crucial game for both these players. So far they... let's see here, I think that Klajd has won 2 games. I think we talked a little bit about this earlier, I just forgot. While Dig has not played a single game in Mordheim Madness Season 2 so far, so this is his first game, going in with a victory against Klajd, who's one of the top contenders, would be a really big thing for him. Managing a pinning shot here, and he jumps down. That's actually, that is a mistake. That is gifting Klajd an easy kill here. That was a really big mistake by Dig. I don't know why he would do that. What is he doing? So Klajd, waiting here for Dig to make a massive mistake, actually got that mistake here. Oh my good lord. Why, Dig? Why? Why do that to yourself? Yeah, it's definitely going to die now. Gonna take a little bit of damage on himself. Just to be sure that he's really far out of reach of any units that Dig... But why would Dig jump down again? Like, he's gonna see a unit die here, and he's gonna reconsider going down here with any more units, most likely. So we have the score equalized, a Night Runner for a leader. Could at the very least make the game much closer. Yeah, that's that's really strange. That seems to have been some kind of visual bug here around this Black Skaven. It's kind of funny. Never seen that before. Hoping that there are more units jumping down here. Yeah, some kind of visual bug. I mean, I could have gotten it if Dig jumped down, did a bit of damage, and then jumped back up, but yeah, you need to keep in control, you know, with the timers. Not much happening now. They're realizing that they are in a bit of a standoff. Someone needs to make some kind of move, but Klajd doesn't want to move up and Dig really doesn't want to move down. Hopefully Klajd can... I mean, he could get to the other part of the map. And maybe Dig will follow him. That's why it's so crucial to actually get there to the top left corner of the map if you want to get up on even ground. And Klajd didn't do that. Alright. Really not worth it. Can I actually get back up now before he is also exposed? Is that going to be a thing, or is Dig just going to throw the game here to Klajd? Yeah, I think he is. Like, look at this. He's just leaving another unit there. He saw what happened with the first unit, and now he's just giving him a henchman as well. This is really poor play by Dig. I mean, I think that he had a big advantage early on, but now he's just no idea what he's doing. What is this Last Got Talent Warp Card going to go for? Yeah, I mean, now that Dig moved down, he needs to commit his entire team down here. And you can see that this is he's gonna be ordered if he can. It's only doing 41 damage. That's not nearly enough. So roughly 100 damage here, a little bit more. But remember that warp guard has 390 wounds. Yeah, I see. Did 98. Oh, okay, he did a little bit more, right. That was with some other units. So we're gonna see order here, revealing Dig's game plan. Hopefully he doesn't leave this unit to be charged, because there are some really dangerous units here coming up for Klajd, and they're gonna take full advantage of that if you leave him in the open. "30 seconds. He's running out of time. He needs to jump back up on the cliff here. He's gonna be targeted down by the Black Skaven. That much is going to be obvious here. He needs to get it back up on the wall. That's the only place that's going to be relatively safe. Yeah, he needs to go around. And is able to do that. Daredevil incoming, as well as Black Hunger. Gonna do a lot of damage here. 165, wow. And we see Klajd taking a lead here with 2 heroes down for Dig. Checking where is the sorcerer leader. Can he reach him somehow? Misses the charge. This game has decidedly swung into Klajd's favor right now, and it's going to be up to Dig to see what he can do to counter this. He has a lot of his henchmen coming up right after Klajd's units get to do their thing. Blocking off some of the entrances here. You don't actually have to stand in the doorway, you could stand behind it and you would still have the character armor blocking it. But Klajd is going to do it this way. This is to give his shooters going into the building or behind it a really good defense here so that they cannot be touched. Yeah, he's definitely reachable by a Black Skaven here. Making sure that this unit here, the Vermin King, cannot disengage. Can he see him? Yeah, he can. Wow, it might not be... Yeah, I don't know if that was a very wise decision. I mean, yeah, he wants to lock him down, but he really wants to get there with the Black Skaven instead to really finish him off. So that's a really poor position for Dig's leader to be in. He might not die from this, but remember that he could have a disengage. Might be blocked off here by this warp guard. I'm gonna see. Wow, taking maximum damage and hitting a trap. It's not going to be his day. Well, that's going to be important. That means that that warp guard is going to drop down, so he's not going to... This warp guard here that did that attack is going to get 2 attacks in a row. But with that kind of damage output, it's not gonna be too influential. The most important part here is the lead, of course, and it's gonna be even bigger with Klajd probably killing off that Verminkin soon. We don't really know the fourth hero of Dig here, so that's unlucky with the parry roll. And another staggering blow, gonna make sure that he is also going to get two attacks in a row here on this this warp card. Okay, so we do see the fourth hero choice of Dig. It's a Black Skaven. We don't really know exactly where he is. We don't know where the Globadier is, or we do see exactly. Okay, so Pintle is very far away from where he could be useful. So why move down? I still don't get that from Dig. Still confuses me. Completely unnecessary by Dig there. He's already staggered. You don't need him to be even more staggered. Should have paid attention to the initiative ladder.
A new round has started.
Yes, these units are a bit further away here, but gonna be decisive in dealing out the damage. This is where most of the damage comes from, the heroes of Klajd. You can see that they are focused on just doing the damage with the Mastered Bullseye here to increase the hit chance and lower the cost of aim. And warp ammo is nice, since if you do lose the poison resistance check, you get minus 6% range resistance. Could potentially block off both of these units in one go, but if you just could get a warp guard to the stairs here. Built exactly the same. And increasing the lead. We do a bit of damage on this very tanky warp guard of Dig. 413 wounds, that's quite a bit. And manages that poison resistance check as well. It's very unlikely considering the position of the Black Skaven. I don't know why the Black Skaven is so far away from Dig's rest of the team here, but that is indeed hurtful. Some good melee resistance on that warp guard. So doing a charge and a regular attack here. See if he manages to land a hit. Oh, it's parried. And another one does land. 67% chance. These are the kind of units that the Globadier here needs to focus fire on. And he's also pretty far away. It seems strange to me why he's not keeping his group together. That's exactly what Klajd is doing here, and that's why he's taking such a lead. He's picking Dig apart piecemeal. Lands that blow as well. Let's see if he can manage a second one. And he does, increasing his lead even further, 4-1. But remember here, he has the wordstones right next to him, but he's not picking them up. So he could have a 2-0 victory from this, but if he's not gonna pick up the wordstone, it's just gonna be a 1-0 victory. It seems like Klajd has just forgotten that he needs to pick up the wordstones. Yeah, you need to be careful here because you might be able to be shot at from some angle. At least the other black skaven might be. He's so far out of position. He can be shot at. He's looking at a better shot chance right now. Getting a very clean shot off on this black skaven. But it doesn't do too much damage. You really needed the perforation runes here. He has some other rune, but we don't really know what it is. It's not something that's on a hit effect, but wonder what it could be. Yeah, that's also not a good position for the Globadier to be in, because this black skaven could jump down, jump up, and could definitely reach that Globadier. And there's only a black skaven there to protect him. The one to the far corner here, but he's going to come in. He's going to come in now. And this guy needs to be near the sorcerer leader here. He's so far away. Why is he hiding all the way over there? Yeah, let's stop repeating ourselves and see what Dig has in store for us. He needs to do something extraordinary because he's running out of units here. There we go. It's gonna be tough to get this warp guard down, especially if you do fail Sorcerer's Curse. That's so unlucky. He needs to do that to cause some damage. Why go on with a Wither? Well, it's successful, but it needs the Sorcerer's Curse to land. He should cast that again. He lost 1 red pill for switch and 5 more for those 2 spells, so he should have 3 more red pills left over. There we go. Sorcerer's Curse, minus 40% dodge and parry, minus 40% armor. And coordination, I mean, it's just to excess here. Dig, you're already surpassing this unit with the very first staggering blow. You don't need to add a second staggering blow. You definitely don't need to add coordination to win out here. I mean, I think he really needs to plan out his turns better, because if he just went with the coordination at this point, oh well, no, that wouldn't have been useful. But what coordination will do here, if it's going to do something, it's going to do this. It's going to make sure that they can focus on doing damage with Adrenaline Rush, and not using staggering blows, because he's still going to be ahead of that warp guard for the next turn. Remember that there is an ambusher here. So this unit's gonna fall down into the initiative ladder, just as we said earlier. It's gonna be last, and this warp guard is gonna get plus anyway, so would have happened no matter what Klajd did in that situation. Just better to go in there and do some damage. Yeah, he wants to get up there, I think. I mean, it would have been a good choice to get up there. One-on-one on the Black Skaven is gonna keep him for some time. Switching weapons as well, falling down. It's an initiative ladder, but it weirdly works out, because it would have been normally a disadvantage to Klajd, but now he's gonna fall down no matter what thanks to coordination. So why not? Why not start doing a bit of damage to these tanky warp guards? All of these units have helmets. Gonna see how good they are with the all alone checks. Could just land an insult here, helping out without actually risking Boris bulletproof. Just gonna risk him anyway. Yeah. Boris bulletproof is probably going to go down now. Only has 100 wounds left over that needs to be inflicted on him. 75. It might be... Failing all alone check. That's unlucky. He needed that. He really needed that. Well, now he has this conundrum. Does he want to kill off Boris bulletproof? Or does he want to go in here and doing damage on the warp guard that has Sorcerer's Curse on him? Can he do 75 damage on Boris bulletproof? That's also a thing here. If he just does 20 damage per attack, then it might not be worth it. Especially not if he misses. That's so unlucky. He needed the damage there. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough. Alright, doing a little bit of damage. And going in with the Adrenaline Rush for the third attack, most likely. Okay, he might not have Adrenaline Rush available to him. Yeah, might be better to actually go down there and save Boris bulletproof by providing us another all-alone check. No, he really wants to get rid of this guy. Land standard attack as well. Just gonna see if he can land the second one. And he does. Yeah, this is looking very grim for Dig right now. I mean, he still needs to lose quite a few units here to take some take a route test. But it's going to come. Klajd increasing his lead 5-1. There's only 4 more units that can be done something with. 5 units more. And we have 3 of them down here in the fight. With the Globadier and the Black Skaven nowhere to be seen. Well, they are on the top side here. They should be able to drop down and give some support now, but I fear it might be too late. It might be too late. Manages to fail the poison. No, he succeeded the poison resistance check. Excuse me. Feeling very confident right now. We can put this unit here in harm's way. And there we go, failed poison resistance checks. Warp ammo triggers in 6% higher chance of hitting ranged and melee attacks. Still gonna need 3 more kills here to secure the route check. It's too far away. That's a good shooting opportunity. And we see a miss. It's unfortunate for everyone. It's just putting Dig out of his misery. And the second miss as well. Just narrowly. And there we go. A little bit of damage. Yeah, the Black Skaven could come down here, but can he finish off one of the Globadiers in one go? Possible. With Daredevil, it's definitely possible. Let's see if we can find the Black Skaven here. That is who he searches for, I think. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh, that's lucky for Klajd. Might be a kill here, so we never know. If he doesn't manage to kill this Black Skaven here, he's definitely going to die himself in the following turn. 21% chance to dodge all of these attacks. Let's see if that happens. Oh yeah, it's not taking much damage. He's not taking much damage at all. Come in here with some support. It's gonna be minus 22 morale lost for this. Gonna go a long way towards provoking that route test. You see the tandem play here with the Mastered Insult doing really well. Would have been even better if Klajd actually had Strong Blow, so he could use all of the red pills in these situations. But he does not. He manages to land another attack here. Gonna see if he can manage to survive the all alone check. It's probably worth it to just stay here for the all alone check. He has a helmet on, he might be unlucky. Yeah, what can you do? A cornered order leader without anyone to really order around. Order leader that's having bad luck with casting all of these spells, either failing to cast them or a low magic resistance does him in. Gonna use order here most likely to do a little bit of damage. Might do more damage himself though with staff if he has a decent chance of hitting. And Master Mask of Courage, so immunity to all alone. And boosting the initiative up a little bit. Just to make sure that he stays on top. That's one of the disadvantages with all of the initiative moving skills here, that yes, you do get 2 turns in a row at some point, but then you need to use that to kill someone. If you don't, then your opponent also get 2 turns in a row. So you have to really keep using it to keep the advantage going, and it's gonna be more and more costly. Probably wants to shoot at the very hurt Black Skaven here, but I have a feeling he's gonna shoot at the other one. Okay, no, he's not. He needs perforation. There's just a big difference here between these two. Like, he needs perforation to do the amount of damage that he needs. Alright, manages to land that. Let's see if we can score a kill here. And Frenzy, alright, alright. So it's quite a bit of damage output. Yeah, just needs to land another 95. And manages that. A lot of damage coming in, but it's not really near as much as with the Daredevil builds of Klajd here. But it is respectable. See if he has Adrenaline Rush available to him so he can do a bit more. I has mastered the initiative. It's 2 more attacks coming in. Is that enough to finish off Vladimir Ratson? Let's see here. 49, 63 to 49, you know, there's a kind of big difference in the damage numbers. That might have been all that differed there. I'm gonna see what kind of wounds Klajd has left on that unit soon. It's kind of a hopeless situation. Even if he manages to get the Black Skaven here somehow with some units, it's not looking too well. Captain Barbossa is slowly but surely taking damage. Should really just switch weapon here and just go at him with the halberds. I'm gonna try and focus down on the last warp guard here, the one that doing the actual damage. Could also help out with this particular character, indeed. It's pretty high damage. You can see it, Mark of Perforation is active here. Frenzy, might we actually see Black Hunger as well? Yeah, we might. So plus 20% extra damage, that's a kind of big. And he manages to land that. That's really good for Klajd. Gonna make sure that this Warp Guard also dies in a timely fashion now. Gonna see some support coming in and killing off Malot momentarily here. Oh, if that's even needed. It is not, so 6-2. 6-2, and we're closing in on the route test being made here. And now Klajd finally starts picking up the word stones. Seems like he just now remembered that he needs to pick them up. Could also be, if he's streaming, it might be that some player just reminded him that, oh, you need to pick up the word stone, and he just, oh yeah, right. And
objectives updated.
Already has 5 word stones here. Well,
objectives updated.
If Dig wants to be mean now, what he's doing is he will just abandon game here, giving him a better chance at going ahead of Klajd in the league table here. That's what he really should do. Yeah, Klajd suddenly seems to have awoken a need to get the worst on. Either he just remembered it or someone tipped him about it. He should have started doing this from the beginning, of course.
Objectives updated. Objectives updated.
So he needs 3 more word stones, and there are 3 more over there conveniently located. And these are the last word stones that he does need. See if he can pick up all 3 at once.
Objectives updated.
Yeah, he missed one.
Objectives updated.
That's a slight mistake, but it might not be too costly.
A new round has started.
Yeah, that would be a good choice to focus fire down on the Globadier here. Could end up in a comical situation where Klajd kills too much and consequently he doesn't get the secondary objective here. That's gonna be the death of this Globadier as soon as the other Globadier of Klajd comes up here and reinforces this position. Could do 4 shots. No, we cannot. Might be worth it doing an aim here just to get a higher chance of that critical hit. Notice that he did not actually go into combat with that unit, but it means that if he goes into combat on the other side, then he cannot disengage, because there will be no more space left to do that. And also, it's good not to go into combat, because he's gonna have a second Globadier coming up here, and he doesn't want a minus 30% hit penalty. Gonna finish him off after using exhaustion here. Very few units remaining now. Very few units remaining. Gonna put himself here as well. Well, he actually went into combat. It's not gonna make a difference. That Black Skaven is probably going to kill Diggs Black Skaven, isn't he? Just one decisive sweep here. And that is a route test coming up. Can he reach some Wordstone? Yeah, he can. I hope he doesn't step on a trap now and dies. Yeah, he's not going to do that. So he's gonna pick up a Wordstone here, and it's gonna be 2-0 victory to Klajd then. In points, that is, on the league table. 8-2 is the score of the match. Unless Diggs makes the route test here, and it could very well do that, but should also just end the game here. I wouldn't move too far. Like, what happens if you run into a trap and you die? Alright, there we go. Thank you for watching the first game of Mordheim Season 2 here that's being recorded. Congratulations to Klajd for a third victory, and hope you enjoyed the game. Farewell for now.